140 hours of footage. I don't understand why he filmed himself, but I'm glad he filmed himself. The people supporting him will be very quiet when more comes out. 50 Cent's Netflix documentary, Sean Diddy Combs. The reckoning flipped Diddy's world the moment it dropped. But despite how explosive it was, some of the biggest secrets never made it to the screen. The people who helped build Diddy's empire were never named. His involvement in murders was barely touched on. Kim Porter's autopsy report was left out. Leaked voicemails allegedly connecting Diddy to Tupac's murder were never aired. So today, we're breaking down everything that was left out.
Got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get! Yes!
On December 27, 1999, Diddy and Jennifer Lopez were celebrating at Club New York in Times Square when a confrontation occurred between Diddy and a man named Matthew Scar Allen. Witnesses claimed that Allen, or one of his associates, threw a stack of money in Combs' face, after which Diddy became violent. At this point, Diddy allegedly pulled a gun and shot a woman, Nada Rubin, in the face.
Charges and allegations against me are 100% false. I feel confident that in the next couple of days that I'll be vindicated. Everything will be alright.
Words of confidence from rap star Sean Puffy Combs, made after he posted $100,000 bail on 3 counts of weapons charges. Combs' latest run-in with the law started at Times Square's Club New York, just after 2 o'clock Monday morning. Based on an eyewitness account, prosecutors say Combs, partying with girlfriend and actress Jennifer Lopez, got into an argument with someone. That person reportedly then threw a stack of money in Combs' face. Prosecutors then say one of Combs' associates, 19-year-old Jamal Barrow, also known as the rapper Shine, opened fire, while Combs reportedly pulled out a pistol of his own.
The fact that Mr. Combs has been arrested is because some person alleges that he had a gun.
Combs and Lopez fled the club, speeding away in his chauffeured Jeep. 3 people inside the club were injured, 2 of them critically, including a young woman with a bullet lodged in her cheek. Police say a high-speed chase involving Combs, Lopez, and 2 of his men riding up front spanned 20 blocks up 8th Avenue, through at least 11 red lights. When the squad cars caught up, a gun was found near the front seat. Everyone in the car was arrested.
The fact that Diddy ran away after the shooting and had to be pursued by law enforcement proves that he was hiding something. According to reports, he ran at least 11 stop signs and was only stopped after a high-speed chase by the NYPD. When he was finally caught, authorities allegedly recovered a stolen firearm. Is that something an innocent man would do? Innocent people don't panic, flee, and take those kinds of risks unless they're trying to escape the consequences of something far bigger.
On Sunday evening, I went to Club New York, and under no circumstances whatsoever did I have anything to do with a shooting. I do not own a gun, nor did I possess a gun that night. I had nothing to do with a shooting in this club. I want to make this 100% clear. I had nothing to do with a shooting in this club. And I feel terrible that people were hurt that night. I'm positive in the next couple of days, due to the investigation, that the truth will come out. Thank you very much.
Let me say this once. It is very frustrating that every time some person decides to make an accusation against Mr. Combs, that the press reports it as if it's true. It is a total lie. Mr. Combs went by himself in a limo with Miss Lopez, went to a club. He did not possess a gun. She did not possess a gun. Whatever happened at the club had nothing to do with him. There were shots fired. And when he went outside and he was whisked into a car, in the back of the car with Miss Lopez, the gun was found in the front where 2 other people were. Now, the reason Miss Lopez was dismissed is because If you or I went into a car and sat in the back seat and a gun was found in the front, our cases would be dismissed. The reason Mr. Combs' case was not dismissed is a simple one, because every time someone lies, you all take it as true. He had nothing to do with this.
Diddy's lawyers denied that Diddy was ever involved in the shooting and that it was just a coincidence that the vehicle he was using to run away from the police had a stolen gun inside. Keep in mind that more than a dozen people from inside the club, including the woman who was shot, all said that Diddy was involved. Nada Rubin has the bullet lodged in her face to this day. And this is what she said.
There's no doubt in my mind who shot me.
You have said since really right after the shooting that it was P. Diddy who shot you.
I was standing by the front door. I watched the entire thing out. I had no reason to believe that it would escalate to a shooting. It was just male machismo and bravado at first. A lot of pushing and shoving, raised voices, hands, but then I saw them reach in their waist and draw from their hip. And I knew. I instantly turned to my friends and told them, be careful, watch out. And when I turned back, I know, and I've said over and over, I've heard the voice of God say, you are about to be calm down. And as I said no, I looked straight forward ahead and I watched the muzzle flash from both of their guns and I felt the impact to my face instantly. J-Lo testified at the grand jury, as did many other people. It needs to be reopened because if that is in fact the case, she carried the gun in and she lied to the grand jury.
As if all of this wasn't enough, Diddy also bribed the driver to take the fall for him. He told the driver that he would pay him $100,000 if he said that the gun was his. Eventually, rapper Shine Barrow ended up taking the fall for Diddy's crime and was convicted, receiving a 10-year prison sentence for his alleged involvement in the shooting. Over the years, Shine has claimed that Diddy framed him and used his connections to escape. This allegation isn't something that elites in the industry are new to. Diddy, J-Lo, Jay-Z, and Beyonce have all been involved in trials throughout their careers with direct physical evidence tying them to the crimes. But they've never been indicted until now.
Jennifer knew nothing, had nothing really to do with any shooting. She certainly had nothing to do with any gun. And we were confident that if they did do the kind of investigation they did, that would be the end of it. And sure enough, that's what...
And it wasn't just Diddy who was committing crimes. That same year, just weeks before Diddy shot someone in the face, guess who else was involved in an attempted murder? Jay-Z.
Hold on. A top rap star is busted.
Jay-Z turned himself in tonight and the cops started working on his rap sheet, accusing him of a stabbing at a trendy party.
Kimberly Richardson is at Midtown South right now. Kimberly.
Well, Rosanna, just a few hours ago, police here at Midtown South arrested Sean Carter, better known as Jay-Z. The rap star voluntarily turned himself in here at the precinct earlier this evening. Now, Carter is being held here in connection with that stabbing fight that erupted at the Kit Kat Club last night. But just a few moments ago, Carter's attorney had this to say.
He's not involved in this, period.
He was at the club?
That's my only comment. He wasn't involved in this.
So it was someone else that did the stabbing and the hitting?
I didn't say that. I said he was not involved in it.
Now, Slovis goes on to say that at no time was Jay-Z hiding from the police, that they were in touch with cops all day and that they're trying to resolve this as gentlemen.
If he wasn't involved, then why is he turning himself in? Like, learn to lie first. Now, here's how it really went down. On December 1st, 1999, record executive Lance Rivera was at the Kit Kat Club in Manhattan during a record release party for rapper Q-Tip's solo debut, Amplified. According to witness accounts and police reports, Jay-Z approached Rivera and, as revenge for leaking his upcoming album, Volume 3, Life and Times of S. Carter, stabbed Rivera in the stomach and back with a 5-inch blade.
I have my faults. I'm not a perfect person.
Rap star Jay-Z spoke with Fox 5 exclusively just a few weeks ago during a photo shoot for the cover of January's issue of Source magazine.
I don't want people to think that it's just everything is bounce, or can I get a hard knock life, you know what I mean? I have my dark days also, you know.
Detectives in Midtown say that last night allegedly was one of his darkest. Cops say the hip-hop star was fingered in a stabbing inside a packed nightclub. Just about 11:30 last night when rap star Jay-Z, surrounded by his usual entourage, strolled into the Kit Kat Club here on West 43rd Street. Once inside, he had a confrontation with record producer Lance Rivera. Cops say the argument heated up during a party celebrating a new release by rapper Q-Tip. Jay-Z and his crew surrounded the 33-year-old Rivera and his 29-year-old brother Corey. Witnesses say that Jay-Z allegedly plunged a knife into Rivera's stomach and smashed a bottle over his brother's head before running out of the club. I'd like to talk to you about what happened here last night. Delgado knows all too well, and he still sports the scar to prove it.
Accidentally, I was pushed into Jay-Z, where he turned around and just hit me with a bottle over the head. And his whole entourage, about 30 guys, proceeded to, jump me, hit me with tables and so forth and so on.
Delgado never reported the assault to cops until today. Now he's sorry.
He's just a punk, man, and it did not surprise me when I heard it this morning. I was like, wow, another one? Had I stepped up in '98 when he did this to me, Un wouldn't have gone through what he went through last night. Yeah, he does have to serve some time to humble him.
And just like Diddy, Jay-Z got away with it completely. No consequences, like it never happened. Jay-Z doesn't even regret the stabbing and instead called it one of the greatest moments in his life. At this point, he's just rubbing it in everyone's faces that he can get away with everything. Interestingly, Jay-Z said something strange during an interview about the stabbing. He said that this stabbing taught him that he needed to be careful, more cautious.
You had an incident with Rivera, where you pled guilty to charges of, I don't remember exactly the charges, assault with a deadly weapon?
They would have never let me be out here with you if that was the case.
You stabbed him. Okay, all right. Do you feel like that was a mistake in hindsight?
I believe that was the greatest thing ever. This is gonna sound crazy, but I believe that helped me. You know what I'm saying? Because that put the brakes on everything. That let me know that no matter how successful you are and how much you're on your road, it can all stop. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you still kid from Marcy Projects, and not everybody they waiting for you to mess up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just go ahead. You know what I'm saying? We let you just go ahead and self-destruct yourself. You know what I'm saying? But that right there was a moment I was like, okay. And I'm glad it didn't have to take for me to be in jail for like 7 years to be like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
Why is this important? Well, Diddy never learned to stay quiet. Jay-Z realized that he could do whatever he wanted as long as he did it from the shadows. This is the difference between Jay-Z and Diddy. Jay-Z is smarter and he's more cautious. Gone Deal and even 50 Cent have all alleged that Jay-Z is even more dangerous than Diddy.
That the people in power had gave that reign to Diddy, and Jay was next in line. So to separate him, when in fact they may be two of the same, but because Jay-Z is low-key, that low-key sneaky shit, and Diddy is and was rambunctious, just out with it. It don't mean that they're not two of the same. One just a little quiet with his shit.
What happened at the basketball game? When they ran into, you guys ran into Jay-Z?
They was talking amongst each other about their little white girls. They little skinny white girls.
And did Diddy always say negative things about Jay around you?
The time he was trying to get Ja Rule to go at Jay, yeah.
Jay-Z is just one of the music executives Diddy was involved with. Jay-Z was working with Diddy. But unlike Diddy, he was pulling the strings from the dark. The worst part is that Jay-Z wasn't the only one. Amen. Shout out to Diddy. Happy New Year. You know what it is. DJ Cal, it's all about victory. I'm going in. You better believe it. Shout out to Death Jam. We the best. You know what it is. It's 2010, baby. It's the takeover. I'm going in. Happy New Year to the whole planet. God is the greatest. Real talk. And if there's anything that somebody can say better than that, I'm all ears. But with that being said, continuous blessings to the whole entire universe. Let's do it way big. I want to give a shout out to my brothers that have been inspiring me and have been my friends for a long time. One of my best friends in the whole world, Buster Ron's in the house. You know what I'm saying? Been my friend for a long time, ever since I was like 12 years old. Just to give you a sense of how powerful Diddy's network actually was, Diddy has been close friends with multiple US presidents. Obama, Bill Clinton, and even Trump were all friends with Diddy and have been photographed at his parties. Why was Diddy so close to some of the most powerful people in America? These are the questions no one is asking. I want to apologize for not sweating, but I do this so much. I'm so cool. I just want y'all to see everybody I'm interviewing is sweating. I'm not even touching my brow. I'm so cool. And I want to apologize. I'm not trying to make you look bad or anything like that, but I'm just so cool. We have a t-shirt. I tell you, if he was wearing one of those fancy designer clothes he's designing, he'd be sweating just like me. The guy's good. The guy's good, y'all. Let's give it up for him. I appreciate you guys. I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy. Donald Trump's past comments about Sean Diddy Combs are getting new attention. A clip of the former president praising the hip-hop mogul on a 2012 episode of The Celebrity Apprentice has resurfaced in the wake of Diddy's bombshell arrest and indictment on sex trafficking charges. Season 5 contestant Aubrey O'Day touted her time working with Diddy in the 2000s girl group Donity Kane as having prepared her for the business world, prompting Trump to defend the artist and entrepreneur when Aubrey didn't want to discuss the matter further. I am a very strict and focused businesswoman because it's like, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother and I used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented, you know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle over the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get them early. Now, he's one of the richest in the world. Yo, what the did Puff just say? Nobody's going to acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming. The more you peel back the layers, the crazier it gets. How is this even allowed to go on for so long? Diddy wasn't even trying to hide it. He would go on national TV and tell everyone that he was locking women up. At the same time, videos like this were coming out that showed women drugged out of their minds. You're telling me no one thought it was suspicious that a guy suspected of shooting a woman in the head was locking women up and calling it a party? We go way back. Way back. But check this out. When was that, by the way? Well, we'll get to that later. All right. Okay. Now we need, alcohols, right? Alcohols, right? Not just one alcohol. Alcohols, right? Just blend. You need the ladies. You need the booze. You need, some water for watering plants. No. I don't know if guys have noticed this. Like, a lot of ladies drink water at parties. They just, so if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave, right? Got to keep them there, right? You need locks on the doors. Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now. It's a little kinky, but rock with me. But just check it out. You need, a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Heat. You mean physically the place has to be hot? Yeah. Don't have any air conditioning. No air conditioning. Why is that? Heat affects the alcohol. And it also affects, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat. That just sounds disgusting. What are you talking about? Depends on the way you look at it. Depends. Oh, people start getting gets kind of sexy. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, you're sexy. New word for you. Yeah. Oh, no. Hey. No, I was just saying. No, it was a new party. You're in my house now. You see, your parties are the hottest ticket around. They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. And they don't want me to throw the parties anymore. But we aren't going to stop. We're going to keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. You're going to hear about my party. They're going to be shutting them down. They're going to probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we want to have a good time. Whenever you bring up a different element into people's environment, things that broaden people's horizons, people get intimidated. There are a lot of people out there that feel intimidated by it. It's nothing but breaking down racial barriers and breaking down generational barriers. People from all walks of life. Ron Perlman talking to Jay-Z. Jay-Z talking to, you know what I'm saying? It just goes on and on. It's just like people from all walks of life connecting and getting together. Your parties are the hottest ticket in town. People are dying to get into your party. How does that make you feel? I mean, it's cool, It doesn't make me feel special in any way. It doesn't make me feel like a bigger person. It just makes me feel like I know how to throw a party. Well, Diddy was terrorizing women at parties. Things at home weren't great either. Diddy was cheating on Kim with Cassie and allegedly abusing her, too. Gone deal, Diddy's security guard at the time reported that Diddy would violently beat Kim and leave bruises on her face. Then, out of nowhere in November of 2018, Kim Porter died in her sleep. She was 47 at the time. He just really started breaking down, the exterior of any shell that I put up. From the top of the year, I was going through a real dark time, and I was really depressed, and I don't know why. I don't know. I just could have been because I was getting older and I didn't know. I just went through a dark time. And she would come over and make sure to get in the way of that. But, honestly, anybody that's lost a mother or lost a soulmate, it takes time. It takes time. I don't. They say time heals all wounds when it comes to your mother or mothers. I don't think that's the case. I think we have the strongest beings. If it comes to a category of who's the strongest being on the face of the earth, it would have to be black mothers. I don't think anybody can ever understand how hard it is for me, to be a black mother. Man, God bless Diddy, man. Tears are how our heart speaks when our lips can't describe how much we've been hurt. The Los Angeles County Department of Medical Examiner Coroner recently released Kim Porter's autopsy report, and it does not line up with what was previously reported. Kim Porter was perfectly healthy a week before her death, and then just 10 days later she died. Called the case alone at the LA County Department of Medical Examiner Coroner to report this apparent natural death. It was reported that the decedent was found unresponsive in bed by family members. That's how it's written. 911 was dialed, and death was determined at the scene. There was no known medical history other than recent cold or flu-like symptoms for the past few days. An in-house physician prescribed antibiotics and 4 fluids. There was no known history of drug or alcohol use. PMD mycophenolate, and then up here it says Farsam. So I don't know if that's her doctor that came to her home. I'm not sure. I was assigned this field call by Lieutenant Smith on the 15th of November, 2018 at approximately 1,316 hours. I arrived on the scene at approximately 1,410 hours and departed from the scene at approximately 1,633 hours. Foul play is not suspected. Gone has reported multiple times that Diddy was abusing Kim Porter and using her as a bargaining chip. He would invite other men to be intimate with Kim and be aggressive with her when she said no. The fact that he was smothering her with the pillows and all that, like he was playing with her. I know she was tired. Yeah. He also told Rolling Stone that Diddy is a jealous person that doesn't know what love is. He knows that Bro Kim couldn't have nobody. Bro Kim couldn't have anybody. You understand what I'm saying, bro? Diddy could do whatever Puff could do, whatever he wanted to do. Brother Love could do whatever he wanted to do. If Kim ever tried to get with somebody, Puff would interfere with them or with her trying to be with them. He wasn't letting that happen, unless he was bringing them to the picture. That's what he used Kim for, bro. He wanted to make a deal with somebody. He'll get another girl and a guy that he's trying to make a deal with. And he and Kim and them, they all party together, man. He used Kim for that __, bro, wow. So he used Kim for that? Yeah, bro. Yeah. You don't do that to somebody you're supposed to love.